Me ha dejado el pecado y besar la sangre y le siempre.
magsisimula na po tayo. Again, paki-invite na lang po ang ating mga kaibigan from the media so that they can log in already. We will start exactly at 11 a.m.
Oh, why don't you make a flat snowman instead? Maybe that's easier. But I'm not saying like one. I'll start from top to bottom. Yeah, sometimes it happens. When that happens, you just throw the line.
We're about to start in 1 minute. So kindly fix your cameras and your audio. We will start exactly at 11 a.m. Nandito na po sa Zoom meeting ang ating mga panauhing pandangal. So magsisimula na po tayo. All right. Magandang umaga po at welcome sa ating ikalawang edisyon ng Meet the Press with Ping Lacson and Tito Soto. Today is November 18, and this is the third week that we are running this, but this is just the second time that we're having our Meet the Press. No? Before we ask our principal guests to give their opening statements, I would just like to lay down some ground rules po, no? Katulad po nung nakaraan. If you'd like to ask a question at para po maipila na, kindly just use the button where you can raise your hand doon sa reactions, or you can also use the chat box para po ipila yung inyong mga tanong. Depending po sa time remaining, I will either disallow a follow-up question or allow it. Or kung i-request naman ng ating mga panauhin na payagan po ang follow-up question, ipapayagan po natin. Remember po, we only have 1 hour today. So we need to make it as lively and as engaging for everyone as possible. I was reminded also that Sir Ping Lacson will have a speaking engagement after this. So we really have to conclude exactly po as scheduled. So with those as our reminders, we will now start our session today. So di na po tayo magpapatumpik-tumpik. Let's welcome first our Senate President and Vice Presidential candidate, Tito Sen, Senator Tito Soto, for his opening statement.
Thank you, Ace. Excuse me. Thank you. Good morning to one and all. Thank you again for joining us in this Thursday's meeting, if I may call it that. Tate. We postponed the sessions for today, and that gave me more time to prepare for this morning's meeting. But because, well, what happened was that last night we were informed that Secretary Del Lorenzana tested positive for COVID-19. And while we were in the midst of the deliberations on the budget, and particularly that was the budget of the Department of Health, how ironic, there were still pending departments to be tackled, no? Budgets to be tackled. But we had to postpone, or we had to stop after DOH and human settlements. Well, we somehow squeezed in COMELEC. So I hope you don't mind. I'm trying to use this, my opening statement, as a briefing on what transpired in the Senate last night as your Senate President. So we have postponed until Monday, so that gives us a time for a semi-quarantine for those who would think that they had a brush with Secretary Lorenzana one way or another during his visit in the Senate Tuesday in the budget deliberations for the Committee on National Defense. Anyway, we can discuss it further if you or more issues on the budget later on when we try to answer your questions and respond. Thank you, Ace. Good morning again to everyone.
Thank you, Tito Sen. And of course, our standard bearer of Partido Reforma, Senator and Presidential Candidate Panfilo Ping Lacson. Sir, you have the floor.
Thank you, Ace. Para makarami tayo sa question and answer, hindi na ako mag-opening statement. Salamat.
Thank you, Sir Ping. By the way, for everyone's information, meron po tayong around 20 members of the media represented here today. So may I request Ms. Cecilia Felipe to ask the first question? And if meron po kayong gustong i-acknowledge for the second question, please do so. Cecilia.
Yes, good morning. Yun, kay SP muna po, Sir Ping. SP, paano na po yung hindi po ba ina-anticipate natin that there will be delays in the deliberation of the budget?
Yes, indeed, there will be a delay. We will just have to work double time. In other words, we will try to squeeze in on Monday, even if it takes us to finish until the wee hours of the morning on Tuesday. We will have to squeeze it in because supposed to be there is a session today and we have to finish everything by tonight. Otherwise, we will have to extend by Friday. Now, because of what happened, we will have to try Monday, finish everything until the wee hours of the morning. But if we do have to extend until Tuesday, what we would need would be a double time work by the LBRMO. You know, we were supposed to propose amendments next week. So, bibilisan na lang din yan. Medyo mag-overtime na rin. Parang nung panahon ni Dublon, ni Senator Dublon, kung tawagin namin. Hindi na halos umuwi, hindi natutulog yung LBRMO. Papalitan na sila para matapos. Alam niyo naman kung gano'ng kakapal yung 4 o 5 libro ng budget. So, ang mga natitirang remaining agenda for the information of everyone, DSWD, DOTR, PCOO, DTI, DepEd, the SUCs, and the DPWH. Perhaps yung DTI hindi masyadong mabigat, baka yung DepEd din, and the SUCs hindi na siguro masyadong mabigat. Ang matindi yung DSWD, DOTR, PCOO, at DPWH.
Sa po, SP, well, hindi naman possible yung reenactment budget. Marami pa po kayong time to work on the budget before.
Oh yes, we still have time. We still have time. Even in the BICAM, lalo na kung wala namang masyadong pagkakaiba yung version namin sa version ng House o doon sa GAB. Alam mo naman na Senate usually sumusunod sa NEP. So kahit ibigay sa amin yung GAB, merong comparison yan. Senator LACSON is always in the forefront of making sure that the NEP is more or less intact. You know? So hopefully, yung target namin na matapos kami in the BICAM in the first week of December is still possible. Wag lang magdadrag on yung BICAM. So right now, assessment, it's a 4-day delay. But a 4-day delay is not too bad considering that we were supposed to end by budget approval and all by the first week of December. So it will become the second week of December. Ang break namin is supposed to be December 16. But you know, worst comes to worst. We're ready naman to extend. Hindi naman tayo tali doon just in case. Congressional leader signing, plano natin kasi is December 17 and then December 21 yung revised. Dahil dito, because of this, baka magiging December 21 yung signing of the congressional leaders.
Thank you po, SP. Sir, kay Senator Lacson. Sir, ito, baka hindi na bumalik kasi wala nang time. Sir, although known ka for being disciplinarian, one of the apprehensions po ay baka mamaya pag nanalo ka, baka mag-declare ka ng martial law kasi masyado kang disciplinarian, and yun yung mga, while Digong is liberal authoritarianism, baka daw po ikaw. So can you assure us na we will still democratic country pa din? Thank you, sir.
Hello. No, yan ang pwedeng itaga-sabat to. Mag-comment din ako sa sinabi ni Senate President. Under his leadership, there is no doubt in my mind, and I can very well speak for the rest of the 23 other senators, especially so na ito yung huling budget deliberation naming dalawa bilang mga senador, dahil kamot may kung anong mangyari, talagang last term na namin itong pareho. So walang kaduda-duda na matatapos yung budget under his leadership. Naipakita niya nito in the past. Kaya napakatatag ng kanyang liderato na bilang Senate President. So yun ang masasabi ko. Yung sa Marcelo, hindi mangyayari, Cecil.
Thank you po. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Cecil. I'll now recognize Eunice Rian for her question. And after that, mag-skip daw po tayo kay Aaron. So next will be Erwin Colcol and then GMA News. Eunice, go ahead.
All right. Good morning, sir. Sorry, wala pong camera. Anyway, for Senator Lacson muna po my first question. Sir, under the law, political party can be described as association of people believing in certain principles. What do you say, without naming names po, what do you say to these people switching political party last minute? And do you think this is a mockery of the law and the election code, sir?
Unang-una, dapat i-strengthen natin yung political party system. Yung pagsuswitch, yung pagta-turncoat, usong-uso parang nasa daily menu na natin. So siguro bigyan natin ng ngipin yung against turncoatism, na kung saan mayroong karampatang parang responsibilidad o accountability pagka nag-switch ka ng partido nang hindi naaayon sa rhyme or reason. Pwedeng pagka nag-switch ka ng political party, meron ka ukulang, wag naman sabi natin parusa, pero dapat meron pananagutan. Dahil nakagawian na natin kung sino yung party in power, nandun lahat. Para alam mo yung pagka meron kang, kasi nakapag-alaga ako ng itik nung araw, meron yung leader, kung sino nauna, sunuran na sunuran, at pagka merong kung saan pupunta, doon nagsusunuran. So napakapangit tingnan, na parang walang loyalty sa party at palipat-lipat na lang sa napaka masamang dahilan.
Thank you, sir. To SP naman po. Sir, it's the budget season and some senators and presidential aspirants, they don't attend the budget deliberation. What can you say about that? And we've noticed din po na kayo, every weekend kayo mismo nabisita, so you can be present doon sa budget. Thank you, sir.
Yes, again, will you please repeat the first part of your question?
Sir, yung first part lang po would be, it's budget season na and some presidential aspirants and senators, they don't attend the budget deliberation po. So what can you say about that? And also, we've noticed na weekend po kayo nag-iikot para you can attend the budget. Yun lang, sir. Thank you po.
Yes, it's part of our job. It's part of our work. The not so good thing about not attending budget deliberations if you're a candidate is you don't know what's up for next year. in case you win. Hindi ba mas maganda yung alam mo yung nangyayari sa gobyerno at ang pinaghahandaan ng gobyerno? And indeed, yes, we really reserve weekends only for our provincial visits. We always make it a point, and that has been the practice of Senator Lacson and I, and a few others. But generally, kami dalawa ni Senator Lacson, we do our best. We don't try. We do our best not to be absent and not to be late. And we want to know what's happening in the entire legislative bill of the Senate.
Would you encourage them to attend po? Sorry, last na po na follow-up.
Yes, it is best that they attend because they have to participate. Not only, even if they don't participate, listening to what's transpiring, listening to the debates, would give you a better perspective of how government is run. Ganon.
Thank you po, SPS Senator Ping.
Thank you, Eunice.
Ace, with your
Yeah,
indulgence.
Yes,
no.
Sir Ping. Go ahead,
Alam mo,
sir.
dagdagan ko lang na nung nanumpa kami sa aming tungkulin bilang senador, maliwanag doon that I will faithfully discharge yung duties and responsibilities as elected senators of the Republic. So, yun ang coverage ng aming oath of office. So, maski may cost, sabihin na natin merong cost do sa aming quest namin dalawa ni Senate President, we always see to it na we faithfully discharge our duties and responsibilities as elected senators. Kasi yun naman ang covered ng aming oath of office eh. So, pinag-usapan na namin ito, kaya sinasakripisyo na namin yung aming weekends sa pag-iikot para hindi masacrifice yung aming tungkulin at responsibilities bilang mga senador. Kaya naandyan kami, inabot kami ng hanggang gabi, nagpe-prepare kami. Hindi lang naman yung nasa floor ang nangyayari eh. Yung mas mahirap yung maghanda kung ano yung pag-aaralan mo yung budget and so forth and so on. So yun lang ang maidadagdag ko.
Thank you, Sir Ping. Erwin has deferred his question, so we now have GMA News. Our representative from GMA News. All right. Okay. Let's move on to ABS-CBN News. Okay. Let's move on to Gerd Cahiles of CNN.
Hey, sure. I'll pass muna for this round. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Gerd. Let's move on to Neil Arwin Mercado. Neil, your question? Neil, are you there? Okay, next in the list is TV5. Paul, it's your turn. Medyo gun-shy ata ating mga friends ngayon. Paul, are you there? Okay, next on the list is we have Nel Maribohok from UNTV. Okay, in the meantime, nag-warm up pa yung iba. Eunice is asking for second round. Eunice, Nympha is number 1 on the list for the second round. Nympha, if you're ready. Okay, sige. Let's proceed to you muna, Eunice. Eunice,
Ay, okay.
go ahead.
Ayun na ata po si ate.
Okay. Miss Nympha, are you ready with your question?
Hi, sir.
Yes,
good
go
morning
ahead,
po.
Miss Nympha. You
Yes.
have the floor.
Yes, sir. Ang question ko po kay Senate President Soto, sir, after po nung malaman, di ba kagabi na positive si Secretary Lorenzana sa COVID-19, nagpa-COVID test daw po kayong lahat. May we know po kung sino-sino kayo and anong result, sir?
Yes. Nagpauna kagad si Big Subiri at saka si Joel Villanueva. Nagpunta kagad sa clinic at nagpa-swab antigen para makita kagad. Just to, para peace of mind And then sumunod ako at saka si Senator Tolentino na madalas namin katsawan dahil siya yung katabi ni Secretary Lorenzana. And then who else? Senator Gatchalian. Kaming limang nasa floor. At kaming lima kasi we were hovering during the picture taking. Ako naman during the picture taking lang bumaba eh. Hindi naman ako kasama ro sa usapan pati yung sa mga bisita, and then hindi yung kanga ay nakihalubilo dun sa mga taga-AFP o sa DND. But all of us who were on the floor last night underwent a swab antigen, and all naman were negative.
Opo. Salamat po, sir. Sir, dahil dun sa nangyari,
Hindi pa.
kasi di ba po, yes, sir.
Yeah, ako rin nasa floor
Okay,
noon.
then.
Ano. Katunayan,
Opo.
ako yung pinakamatagal nag-interpolate sa DND budget. Ang swerte
Yes,
ko
sir.
lang, hindi ako mahilig mag-picture taking. Ando lang sa aking upuan pag natapos na yung budget deliberation o interpolation. So hindi ko na kailangan magpa-swab test kasi malayo ako, hindi ako napalapit kay Secretary Lorenzana.
Totoo yun. At saka sabi
Opo.
naman ng mga doktor last night, Nimpa, just to add to that, no? Sabi naman, if nakipag-usap ka, kung malapit kayo, nag-usap kayo, less than 2 minutes, o kaya nag-fist bump kayo, hindi ka dapat matakot. Sabi niya, you play safe if you want, but hindi ka dapat matakot. Ang danger daw is if you are conversing with or you're in close contact with somebody positive for about 15 minutes. Yun ang very dangerous daw yun. Other than that, depende na sa sa naturalesa. Parang gano'n. Thank you.
Opo. Sir, para po sa inyong dalawa, sir, number one, sir, following the incident, ano po yung dapat, sir, na baguhin or i-consider ng IATF? Kasi, sir, ang nangyari po galing sa Poland si Secretary Lorenzana, apparently nung dumating po siya ng November 14, nasa green list ang Poland. Pero November 16, wala na po sa green list yung Poland. So nung 14 na dumating siya, wala daw pong necessity na mag-quarantine, pero 16 nasa green, wala na po sa green list yung Poland. And then, sir, yung isa is nalinawan na po ba yung data doon sa vaccine procurement, kasi magkaiba po yung natanggap ni Senator Lacson na data from DOF na as to the number and cost of the vaccines based do sa September and November list po for data from DOF. Salamat po sa inyo, sir.
Meron kasi, sa akin, dapat ang mga patuntunan, ang mga batas, lalo ng IATF at ng DOH at ng gobyerno, dapat sinusunod, lalo na ng mga leader, lalo na ng mga nasa gobyerno. May kahigpitan pa nga naman yung pag government officials ka, 14 days ang quarantine mo . Pag galing ka sa kahit anong bansa, yung Poland nga wala pa sa green list . Di ba? Dati nando doon pero wala na sa green list lately. So dapat yun, kung nagiging mahigpit tayo sa mga kababayan natin, kailangan mas mahigpit tayo sa mga government officials. Yun sa akin.
Thank you, Tito Sen. Sir Ping?
Yeah. Yung issue ng presyo, kasi dalawang reports ang sinabit ng DOH sa aking opisina. Isang September 5, isang November 7. Ang nangyari doon, mas marami yung doses noong as of September 5. Bumaba yung number of doses doon sa submission nila noong November 7. Kaso malaking diferensya doon sa cost, mahigit 3 billion, 3.4 billion pesos ang naging diferensya. So ito, tinatanong namin, hindi nila nasagot. Ang sabi nila, i-repair nila sa Department of Finance kasi sila naman nangangasiwa, yung departamento ang nangangasiwa doon sa pag-procure ng vaccines. Pero still, we cannot just leave it at that, kasi 3 billion is 3 billion. So ang pangunang explanation, at sinasabi parang yung exchange rate, hindi naman halos nagbabago, hindi tumitinag sa 50:1 ang peso-dollar rate kung dollar denominated yung ating procurement, ating pagkabili. So yun, hihintayin namin yun kasi ipapasa namin yung budget kung merong unresolved issues. Parang mali naman yata na we just go through the motion. Kailangan talaga merong closure kung ano man yung mga issues na nire-raise namin sa budget deliberations. Kasi after all, yun naman talagang purpose ng interpellation sa floor di ba? I-raise yung mga issues, ipaliwanag, at kung hindi maliwanag ang explanation, teka muna, kailangang ayusin muna natin kasi pera ng taong bayan yan, pa.
Salamat po, sir. Sir, pwede bang mag-follow up doon?
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Timpa.
Opo. Sir, pa-explain lang po, ano yung significance, sir, na makuha po ninyo yung kung magkano ba talaga na yung nagastos para sa bakuna at kung ilan na? Kasi sir, medyo nag-iiba-iba po ang figures kapag kahiningan sila, ilan ba talaga bibilhin or kagaya ng sinight po ninyo, magkaiba yung dalawang data. Salamat po.
Sa kanila pareho galing yung report So ito yung dapat talaga magkaroon ng closure at saka talaga maipaliwanag ng gusto. Meron pang isang issue, yung sa herd immunity. Yung number of vaccines, nasa 197 million doses na tayo. Pagkatapos, magpo-procure pa ulit tayo, humingi pa ulit sila ng malaking halaga, 60 plus billion ulit pesos, para mag-procure pa ulit ng sa bilang namin, base doon sa kanilang average cost per dose. Nasa mga 117 million pa. So sabi ko, parang hindi naman masama sumobra yung bakuna. Ang gusto lang natin, huwag masayang. Kasi kung sobra-sobra at mag-expire, kasi ngayon may nakausap kami ni Senate President sa pag-ikot namin sa mga probinsya. Ang pinapasa sa mga local government units, yung malapit na mag-expire. Pag nag-expire yon, sayang yon, tatapon natin. Utang na nga yung pinambili natin. Pagkatapos mag-expired lang, hindi magagamit. Dapat yan makarating talaga sa mga braso ng ating mga kababayan. And we don't mind kung sobra yung ating procure. After all, nagre-ready na rin tayo sa mga booster shots, pati doon sa vaccination ng mga below 18 years old. So sa kwenta namin, ang adult population natin, base doon sa latest data ng population na 110,198,000 Filipinos, kung kukwentahin natin yung adult population, that's 62% based doon sa PSA, doon sa census nila. So pag 62% ng 110 million, that's 68.2 million lang. So pag ginawa mo yung herd immunity, yung 70%, nandun lang tayo sa 47 million Filipinos. We're talking of adult population. So parang sobra-sobra yung bakuna. Ulitin ko hindi kami against ni Senate President sa pag-angkat ng bakuna. Importante yan. Pero wag sayangin. Kasi bawat bakuna, bawat dose may presyo. At ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, tens of billions of pesos na pangbili ng bakuna. Yun lang.
Maraming salamat po, sir.
Thank you. Zandro Chona of DZMM.
Hi sir, good morning kay Senator Ping. Sen Ping, kung palarin po kayo, ano po kaya, during your first day in office, ano po ba yung tingin yung unang-una yung susolusyonan na problema ng bansa? Ano yung unang-una yung gagawin?
Yung kailangan maibalik yung tiwala ng mga mamamayan sa gobyerno. Ito yung overarching solution na nakita natin. Otherwise, hindi mag-cooperate yung mga kababayan natin. So ang unang-unang gagawin ko, first day, hindi first 100 days. Nabanggit ko ito sa forum kanina ng PCCI. I will sign a waiver of my rights under the Bank Secrecy Act and encourage all cabinet members down to the rank and file to do the same. Pero ako yung mangunguna kasi importante yung leadership by example. So ito yung para magseset ng tone kung patungo do sa good governance na tinatawag. Kasi pag ang presidente sa unang araw pa lamang mag-sign na ng waiver of his rights under the Bank Secrecy Act, magandang magandang tone na iseset ng isang namumuno na talagang patungo tayo sa good governance. At wala dapat na magsasamantala sa kaban ng bayan. Yun ang unang-unang gagawin. First official act.
Alright, thank you sir. Kay SP Soto naman po. Sir, kung kayo naman po yung manalo and usually nga 'di ba ang tingin sa VP is spare tire. How would you help yung susunod na administration?
I will immediately submit to President Lacson my formula, which I have been espousing for many years, on how to address the problem of drug abuse and illegal drugs. It's nakakahon ito Ang gagawin lang dito, i-execute. So, aalisin ko sa kanya sa kanyang sakit ng ulo, yung problema, lalo na sa problema ng peace and order, yung problema ng drug abuse at illegal drugs. That's the first thing that I will do. And then, susundan ko na rin ng submission ng aking waiver dahil kung ang presidente ko pag-waiver sa back secrecy, napakapangit naman hindi ako sumunod.
Thank you po. Thank you po.
Thank you, Zandro. O yan, narinig po natin ang Lacson presidency under his administration will be a fully transparent administration. So, okay, ang next natin na magtatanong, kung walang tanong si Aitz de la Cruz, Myla, Miss Myla, you have a question? Myla Adger.
Hi,
Yeah,
sir.
go ahead, Myla. You have the floor.
Kay Senator Lacson, sir, patapos na kasi
Yes,
siguro yung on target naman yung budget deliberations. I think kahit pa paano matatapos na rin, no? Based dun sa sir, sa discussion, sir, wala sir kayong kasi nakikita ngayon na maraming pork.
Wala pa tayo kasi doon sa malalaking ahensya, no? Ang nakita pa lang natin, meron na rin kami nasilip, no? Doon sa HPEP, na may mga siningit doon, katunayan, naglalakihan eh. Alam mo yung HPEP, yung Health Facilities Enhancement Program, kasama yun sa Universal Healthcare Act. Hindi yan pwedeng paglaruan. Alam mo yung pondo, kulang na nga yung nag-stagnate tayo eh sa Universal Healthcare Act. 3 taon na yan, 3 appropriation laws na ang naipasa namin. Hindi pa tayo nakakaangat man lang papunta sa medium cost. Kasi hanggang ngayon, parang 100 kulang, 200 plus ang naipasok. Kulang 200 actually, no? Nasa mga 173.5. And dapat iangat natin nasa 250 ang 257 yun yung full implementation, yung high cost. So ibig sabihin covered natin yung barangays, tapos yung hospital bed to population ratio nasa 1:800, no? 1 hospital bed for every 800 population. Ngayon, kung paglalaroan natin yung pondo na magpapatibay sa ating Universal Healthcare Act para ma-fully implement, sa pamamagitan ng pagsisingit lang ng parang arbitrarily magsisingit yung mga legislators kung saan napupunta, walang planning na nangyayari. So far, yun pa lang nakikita natin na mga naisingit sa NEP na naging GAB, yung DPWH wala pa, yung DOTR wala pa, at saka ibang ahensya.
Sir, kasi dun sa ongoing discussion, sir, ang naka-highlight yung mga fund transfers. Dun sa mention nyo, sir, na na-check nyo pa lang, may estimate ba, sir, na makukonsider nyo dun sa particular na, under DOH din, sir, yan, di ba? Yung mention nyo, sir?
Hindi pa, yung maski yung estimated amount. Pero na-check na rin ng Committee on Finance ng Senado, no? Marami nang na-correct doon, nabawas, maski yung sa DND, may mga naatinan na. So, parang kumbaga ang trabaho na lang namin sa floor, yung parang mapping up operation, alam mo yon, para sa military, para mga scavengers na lang na kung ano pa yung nakaligtaan, yun pa yung aming titingnan pang mabuti.
So at this point, hindi pa talaga masasabi na pork-free yung 2020.
Hindi. Yung kung strictly i-define natin kung ano yung pork, ang pork, ulitin ko, Myla, hindi naman masama per se yung pork. Ang problema, kung hindi na ikonsulta ito sa mga ahensya na mag-i-implement, kasi ito para yung tanong sa DA, maraming kinaltas yung kanilang mga agri machinery, tapos yung infrastructure, nilipat na lang basta sa farm to market roads. Ang nailipat na nga 5 billion, tapos doon sa bayanihan, tapos naglilipat pa ulit. So tinanong ko si Secretary Dar through the sponsor kung yung ba mayroong consultation. Ang sagot niya, wala. So sabi ko, paano nyo i-implement? Diyan nagkakaroon ng napakalaking unused appropriations. Kasi kung hindi nanggaling doon sa mag-i-implementa o hindi man lang sila nakonsulta, ang talagang resulta niyan hindi ma-implement. O kung ma-implement man, paloko ang implementation dahil minadali. Ang problema kasi, Myla, nagiging contractor-driven yung ating pagbabalangkas ng budget. No? Na ito, given naman ito na sa halip na planuhin ng mga ahensya, ang nagbibigay ng babudgetan na proyekto, mga contractor na. Kasi kung ano yung gamay nila, yun na lang. Yun ang mas napakasamang practice. Kaya nga kami ni Senate President, gusto namin i-zero base natin sa halip na yung budget ceiling at saka talagang bottom up. Hindi yung dinidikta na lang ng national government, hindi naman pala kailangan at hindi prioridad ng mga local government units, yung mga end users. Masama yung practice, napakasama.
Last na lang po, another issue lang. Tungkol dun sa latest report lang dun sa tinaboy na naman na Philippine boats. Pati kay Senator, kay SP rin po, tanong ko na rin, are you satisfied po so far dun sa paulit-ulit na, puro protest lang yung pwedeng gawin talaga ngayon natin? So, dun sa ginagawa po sir ngayon, satisfied ba kayo dun sa government action?
Hindi satisfied, Kaya nga ang aming maging polisiya dito, makipag-alliance tayo doon sa malalakas na bansa, yung mga militarily strong countries, like meron man tayo existing mga bilateral agreements with them. So hindi natin kakayanin talaga yung China, considering yung ating military capability, napakalayo. So ang pag-usapan namin ni Senate President dito, umasa tayo doon sa tinatawag na balance of power, na makipag-alyansa tayo, hindi yung parang push over na lang tayo, sarili ng nating teritoryo, tayo pa yung kinataboy, minawater cannon. Napakasamang pangitaan yun, Myla. So, kailangan makorek ito.
Thanks, sir. Kay SP.
Tinataboy.
Thank you po.
Myla, dagdag ko lang. Total na, tanong na. Tinataboy, may nasaktan o wala, baka panahon na talaga na medyo, di naman parang veiled threat. Pero dapat siguro, i-highlight natin uli ang mga provisions ng Mutual Defense Treaty. Sapagkat yun ang panlaban dyan Ang alam ko, meron doon na sinasabi na pagka tayo nagkaroon ng kahit na a form of aggression, papasok yung the Mutual Defense Treaty will kick in. And therefore, the United States has a say on the story of what's happening there all of a sudden. So siguro, kahit parang veiled threat yan, government should look into it right away. At tingnan natin kung ano ang magiging reaction ng China. At baka naman yung ginagawa ng DFA na pag-ipag-usap sa kanila ngayon at sinabi yung sinuplong or sinabi yung nireklamo yung mga pangyayari, baka naman sakaling biglang higpitan nila yung mga tao nila at yung mga hindi lang fishermen, kundi mga military nila doon sa party nila, Coast Guard nila.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, SP.
Thank you, Myla. Melvin Gascon, are you ready with your question?
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Okay, go ahead, Melvin.
Hi. Sir, yung tanong ko lang po, yung sa ongoing budget deliberations, we remember last year, very vocal po kayo dun sa pag-oppose ninyo, sir, nung mga, insertions, especially yung mga ginawa po sa House. This year, ang nangyari po last year, we remember was, despite your objections, dinala po sa BICAM, at pagkatapos po sa BICAM, parang wala nang nangyari. So ang worry po namin ngayon, sir, is this year may mga nakikita na po kayo, as you mentioned earlier, may mga nakikita na po kayo mga pork-like na mga insertions. My question basically is, will we see a repeat of what happened last year na even dun po sa BICAM, wala po kaming nakitang transcript of the bicameral meetings. Will that happen again this year?
Melvin, yan ang problema kasi yung bicameral conference, walang transcript, walang minutes. So doon pa naman nagkakaroon ng maraming, alam mo na, even after yung, kasi ratification lang yun eh. Parang tawag nga dyan, third chamber, no? So I remember last year, parang hindi ako bumoto in favor eh. Parang nag-decide sa ratification ng BICAM report. Kasi nakita ko nga, nagbalikan yung mga inirekomenda naming matanggal. So when will we ever learn, ano? Kasi kaya nga kami nagpapasa ng bill na kung saan gawing transparent, involve natin yung mga CSOs, even in the bicameral conference, dapat merong present na media, merong present na mga CSOs, NGOs na accredited ng DILG. Pinapractice na ngayon yan, ano, sa lower level, do sa pagbalangkas ng mga local development plans, ng mga local development councils. Talaga nag-accredit na sila. I think there are a number of CSOs accredited para mag-participate. Sana gawin natin all the way up hanggang sa bicameral conference, merong nakabantay yung tinatawag nating citizens participation, may institutionalize. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, going back to my question, is it a matter of policy, sir, na sa BICAM wala po talagang minutes?
Ganon ang kalakaran. Ano? Kailangan baguhin natin yon. Wala talaga minutes yung BICAM eh. Doon nagkakabulungan eh.
Okay, sige po. Thank you, sir. That would be all for me. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Melvin.
May I add something?
Yes,
ano?
Tito, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Yun ang gusto namin baguhin ng Senator Lacson.
Apo.
And with the help of our countrymen, we have a chance to do so in May of 2022.
As now that you're SP, sir, hindi ko ba masyado ko maaga na i-insist po ninyo na baguhin na yung sistema?
We did, di ba? We tried eh. As a matter of fact, marami kami natanggal eh. If you will recall 2 years ago, I did a little over 2 years ago, I did not want to sign the BICAM. Oh no, not the BICAM, the budget. Di ba?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hindi ko pinirmahan. Kahit nilabanan ko na to, magre-reenact tayo rito. Pag hindi tinanggal to, kaya tapos nag-meeting kami. And ang ginawa namin, ngayon lang kayo makakakita ng GAB na pinadala sa presidente na merong notation. Through the years, wala niyan. Noong kayo lang kayo makakita ng notation na naglagay ang Senate President ng notation, sinirecommend ko sa presidente na itong ganito at inattach kung alin na wag niyang tanggapin at ibito niya. Which
yung FLR.
Which the president followed. You know?
Yung po yung FLR.
Yeah. Namin dati, last year, marami namang natanggal din na nasita si Senator Lacson. Kahit nung bumalik sa BICAM, hindi lahat bumalik eh. Ngayon, kapantay din kami rito ngayon eh. And I'm willing to do the same thing in case makita namin na agrabyado ang mga kababayan natin at ang serbisyo hindi makakarating sa mga kababayan natin.
Thank you, Sir SP.
Melvin, mag-provide ako ng more details. Anong nangyari kasi noon, ito talagang garapalan. Nag-ratify kami sa Senado, nag-ratify yung House, pagkatapos, ginalaw pa. Ratified
small committee.
Yeah, hindi, ginalaw pa din ng small committee. So, ang ginawa ni Senate President, Tito Soto, may annotation. Sabi niya, ang kinikilala ko lamang doon sa enrolled bill, yung na-ratify ng both houses. Hindi kasama yung, I think, at the time, 75 billion yung questionable na ginalaw nila. Ang resulta nun maganda. Nakinig ang presidente sa Senado. Ang talagang vinito, 95.5 billion pesos. You can just imagine, 95.5 billion na sinalbahe. Kung sinalbahe sa pag-ratify o after ratification, sinalbahe sa enrolled bill, you can just imagine kung magkano pa yung sasalbahihin nila sa implementation. No? Yun ang resulta ng united and strong position ng Senado. May nagagawa rin maski pa paano. And sabi ko nga, depende rin sa liderato ng Senado. Kung palaban yung Senate President, hindi mangyayari yung ganong kagarapal na practice na kung saan napakasama. Talagang yon, ilang gabi namin pinag-meetingan yan eh. Tatandaan ko, Senate President, Senate President Pro Tempore, tapos Minority Leader, Senator Drilon, kasama pa namin si Senator Ligarda at that time kasi siya yung chairperson ng Committee on Finance. And under the leadership of Senate President Soto, talagang tinayuan namin yon at nagtagumpay naman kami. So, pagka ganong palagang malakas yung posisyon, may nagagawa rin, may nadudulot na maganda.
The good thing is, right now, the good thing is, I don't think it will happen under the leadership of Speaker Velasco. Iba ang leadership ng mga panahon na yun. At kayo na bahala mag-research.
Thank you, Sir SP. Thank you, Sir Ping. Thank you po.
And we're not referring to Speaker Cayetano, ha? We're referring to the other speaker.
Sige po, sige po. Sige po, sir. Sige po.
Thank you, Sir Ping and SP Soto. Thank you, Melvin.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Mag-wave daw po si Grace ng kanyang turn. So, Estong Reyes, do you have a question? Okay, we'll now go to the second round of Eunice. Eunice Rian, please go ahead.
Ay, okay. Second round lang po. Last question. To Senator Ping po, sir, how can you elevate po yung sense of leadership ng mga botante if ever kapag na hindi na lang yung mga nagsasaya o mga nangangako lang yung kanilang iboboto sa 2022 po. Thank you.
Yun talagang trust namin ni Senate President. I-elevate yung level ng discourse papunta sa mga issues. Kasi hindi biro-biro. Extraordinary times tayo ngayon. Meron tayong pandemya, hindi natin alam kung magkakaroon ulit ng surge o kaya intermittently magbabago yung kalagayan, yung condition natin. So pagka kami nakipag-usap, local government officials man o sa harap ng mga kababayan natin, talagang dinadala namin ang usapan sa issue. Pag pinagsasayaw kami, nagre-refuse kami. Pag pinapakanta kami, magaling pang kumanta si Senate President yan, ha? Pero dahil nga sa enormity ng problema, doon kami talagang dinadala namin ng usapan. Dahil pag seryoso ang problema, dapat seryoso rin yung mga leader. At seryoso rin yung pananaw ng ating mga kababayan. I hope we succeed in this effort. Unti-unti naman, maraming napapansin namin na talagang sumusunod at nakikinig doon sa mga issues. Nung nasa Negros Occidental kami, kaharap namin si Governor Bong Lacson. Sabi niya, yung mga issues na nire-raise ninyo, sana dalhin nyo talaga sa mga kababayan natin. Ang sabi namin, yun talagang ginagawa namin.
Thank you po, sir. To SP po, same question din. Sir, what can you say to the people witnessing this political drama and how can you elevate their sense of, ayun nga po, leadership?
Yun nga ang yun nga ang nakikita natin na kailangan mangyari. Yung messaging namin dapat makarating sa mga kababayan natin. Kasi sa mga kababayan natin, whether A, B, C, D, E ka pa, ang tanong dito sa mga panahon ngayon ano ba ito? Okay ba yung nangyayari? Ayos ba sa atin ang continuance? O kailangan natin ng pagbabago? Yung mga programang nilalahad namin, nila Senator Lacson, lalo na yung programa ni Senator Lacson ng BRAVE, which is I have called it the silver bullet in most of our problems, if not all of our problems in the country. Pag may makakausap kami, businessman, local government official, pag nakausap namin, biglang tontuwa sila Alam nila na yun ang sagot So, importante siguro na ang mga kababayan natin alamin what these candidates stand for and what they have to offer. Hindi kasi in-endorse ni ganito or in-endorse ni ganon. Na track record and then performance siguro and platform program. Hindi yung kung ano-ano, siraan at kung ano-ano. Kailangan alamin mo kung what they stand for, these candidates.
Thank you po and good luck, SP and Senping.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eunice. Next to ask his question is Gerg Cahiles of CNN. Gerg, go ahead.
Hi, good morning po, Sir Ace, SP, and Senator Ping. Sir, kanina since I mentioned na po that you will sign a waiver dito sa bank secrecy. Pinag-uusapan din po yung kasi yung tungkol sa SALN because itong sa ombudsman, napakahigpit ng policy nila on releasing SALN, especially dun sa presidente. And there are proposals nga na even parusahan yung comment regarding the SALN of government officials. Sir, under your leadership, kung papalarin po kayo, what will you do about this? Thank you.
Yeah, I'm one with the Senate President in his position to divulge or to make public yung mga SALN ng mga government officials, especially yung mga leaders. What could be more important than signing a waiver? Ako, hindi ito yung hinugot ko lamang sa hangin ngayon. I've been filing sa mga bills in all congresses, kasi tiyanek ko sa staff ko, na yung i-exempt yung lahat ng government officials from the provision of the bank secrecy law. Basta pumasok ko sa gobyerno, dapat automatic naka-waiver. Hindi naman lumalabas sa committee, yun ang problema. Hanggang doon lang. At saka walang counterpart do sa isang house. So yes, I joined the position of the Senate President na yung SALN gawin transparent.
Dagdag po, Greg, we walk the talk. In the Senate, I have given the order to the Senate Secretary na pag may nanghingi ng SALN ng kahit sinong senador, ay bigay nila. And you have been asking for it and they have submitted. Di ba? Nabibigay naman sa inyo eh. So ganun, makikita kami. Nakikita nyo naman kami kung paano kilos namin. As I said, we walk the talk.
Thank you. Thank you very much, First.
Thank you, Gerd. So for the remaining 11 minutes ng ating programa, so we have questions from Aaron Rojas, Camille Samonte, Kat Domingo, and Nim Farabilo. Ako na po ang magtatanong para kay Aaron. Sir Ping and Tito Sen, ito po yung tanong niya. Sir, may mga usap-usapan po that there are election candidates who are left-leaning. Ano pong katayuan ninyo to the atrocities committed by the CPP and PA? Do you condemn them?
Yung atrocities? Definitely. Atrocities yun eh. Kasi kumikitil ng buhay ng sundalo, ng mga inosente civilian. Now, in regard to yung mga tumatakbo na left-leaning, we are in a democracy. As long as hindi sila nagpa-participate do sa mga violent acts, yung mga atrocities, then they're free to be judged by the people as candidates.
As long as they follow the law. Basta sumusunod sa batas at di lumalabag. Kahit sino pa ang ina-endorse nila.
Thank you, SP. For our next question, it will be Camille Samonte. Camille, you have the floor. Go ahead.
Hi sir, good afternoon po. I just want to follow up yung kanina lang po na sinabi ni Senate President Tito Soto regarding po dun sa delay ng budget deliberations after Secretary Delfin Lorenzana tested positive for COVID-19. Sir, I just wanna ask ano po ba yung health protocol natin sa Senate when public officials or resource person are invited to physically attend, let's say, a hearing or yung budget deliberations po?
Thank you, Camille, for the question. Ganda, because gives me the chance to inform the public that in the Senate, the protocol was, and ito'y ilang buwan na kailangan within 48 hours, 48 hours, 72. Dapat RT-PCR, before, ang tanda ko is 72 hours eh. RT-PCR ka dapat na negative bago ka makapasok sa Senate. At kung pwede, i-antigen ka doon sa Senate, swab antigen. Alright? Ngayon, because of what happened yesterday, apparently, ang sinabmit ni Secretary Lorenzana, Saturday siya nagpa-swab, PCR, which was negative. So yung Tuesday, pwede siyang tanggapin doon sa Senate. Pero ang hindi namin alam noon at hindi alam ng Sergeant at Arms, as yung Sabado na yun yung swab niya ng pagdating niya. galing ng Poland. Ano, dapat yun, naka-quarantine. Eh, hindi namin alam yun. So ngayon, after last night, what I did was I made a stern order. It's going to be 24 hours. Dapat 24 hours before you attend the Senate or you go into the, or you are accepted into the Senate. Lahat kami dapat nag-undergo 24 hours na swab PCR bago ka tanggapin, or at the very least kung talagang emergency swab antigen.
I see. So sir, ibig sabihin yesterday nyo na lang po nalaman na itong swab test po na pinresent ni Secretary Lorenzana is yung upon arrival niya. And did you also ask bakit hindi po siya or kinumpleto yung kanyang quarantine at umattend po siya agad physically dyan po sa Senate?
Di na namin natanong kasi nalaman namin Wednesday kahapon ng tanghali o after lunch namin nalaman Eh wala na sila ng Tuesday na madaling araw o Tuesday ng hapon o gabi. Wala na sila We were just informed. Of course, I think Secretary Lorenzana took it upon himself to inform naman us para sa tinatawag na contact tracing kagad yun. Sapagkat alam niyang galing siya ron. So pinaalam kagad sa Senado na nag-test siya ng Tuesday ng pagkagaling nila doon sa amin. Ang hindi ko na itanong bakit siya nagpa-test. Nagpa-test siya nung hapon o nung gabi yata, lumabas ng Wednesday yung resulta na positive. So we were not able to get in touch with them or ask them why.
Sir, when I was monitoring last night, you were saying na dapat pong pag-isipan talaga ng DOH and IATF yung proposal na paiksiin nga yung quarantine dun sa mga papasok po dito sa ating bansa. Do you think there is a need na magkaroon din ng changes sa protocol or in terms of quarantine protocols ng mga public officials? Because last night, apparently home quarantine lang po yung nire-require regardless kung or kahit hindi po green country nang galing po yung public official.
They are meeting today. Sabi nila may meeting sila ngayon tungkol dyan. Pero last night, our recommendation was that higpitan lahat. Kasi marami naman sumusunod Sumusunod yung mga kababayan natin wala naman ako nakikita problema sa 10 days o 5 days kung fully vaccinated at pagdating ay negative ang swab PCR niya, ang RT-PCR niya. Kung gano'n, wala problema sa amin. Sa tingin ko yung 5 days na quarantine muna sa bahay. At pag fully vaccinated, pag hindi vaccinated, galing sa green country kung tawagin, 10 days lang. Less than 10 days. Ang plano nila ngayon, iisipin lang, pag-uusapan today, yung bawas or kung alin ang gagawing system. But my advice was, kahit anong system pa yung gusto ninyong pag-usapan, kahit ano pang gusto ninyong baguhin dyan, sundin nyo. Sundin natin. Sundin ang mga government officials. Hindi porke government official ka, pwede ka. Pwede kang hindi sumunod. Yun ang point ko last night to them.
I see. And then sir, last na lang, how will this affect yung pag-deliberate po natin dito sa budget proposal for 2022? Malaki po ba epekto nito or kakayanin naman po kahit na yung magde-resume naman on Monday?
Malaki epekto. It will be a 4-day delay, but we will do our best to reach, to be able to submit the BICAM by the deadline that we agreed on.
All right,
Okay,
sir. Thank you so
Camille.
much.
Thanks, Camille. And we have Kat Domingo. Kat, your question?
Good morning, Senator Ping. Good morning, SP. Sirs, the candidates that Partido Reforma will bring are quite certain already. But with the recent developments earlier this week, what about the NPC? What is the status of your negotiations with the NUP and NPC as well?
We're supposed to meet, originally, ang napag-usapan namin after November 15. Most of our, we'll try our best to get most of our incumbent officials together And the leaders will be meeting, if I'm not mistaken, by next week kami. Kung sino-sino yung mga available by next week, pag-uusapan namin yan. Because of course, my leading candidate in the endorsement of our party is Senator Lacson. I know for a fact that many of my party mates believe that too. But to come up with an official endorsement statement, we need to have the go signal of majority of our members. Ayoko namang pangunahan na ako lang nagsabi, di ba? Alam naman ni Senator Lacson yun, pinag-usapan na namin yun. But as far as an alliance is concerned, there is an alliance between Reforma of Senator Lacson, NUP of Secretary Ronnie Puno, and NPC of being chairman of NPC as far as clean, honest, and orderly elections are concerned. Pati sa mga pag-check ng source code at kung ano na pa man. We have already an alliance as far as that is concerned. But official endorsement coming.
Sir, may we know which other candidates your party mates prefer aside from Senator Lacson? At least the minority so far.
Some of my party mates, ironically, without naming names, were disappointed because some of them who were supporting a certain candidate is no longer running for president. O napabuti sa amin.
Sir, hindi naman nila dadalhin yung kandidatong dala nung that certain candidate.
I doubt it. Ewan ko.
Okay, sir. One more thing. Will there be a Soto family vote? Never mind Mayor Vico already because he has already given his statement. But another thing that was put in the headlines was Paulina's. Kumbaga, she was very vocal about supporting another candidate. Will there be a Soto family vote given that your family is quite influential not only in the political sphere but also in the entertainment industry?
Majority, probably, of course. Ang totoo niyan, I'd rather not comment on some of our relatives kung whatever. Kasi may mga relatives din yung ibang kandidato na ang sinusuportahan iba. No? It's you can choose your friends, but you cannot choose your relatives. But I know for a fact that 99% of my family are more or less. I know how they think and who they will support.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Kat and Sir Ping and SP Tito. Last question na lang po. Iko-combine ko na lang po yung dalawang question from Nympha Ravelo and from Cecilia Felipe kasi lahat naman po sila ay COVID-related. Ang una po ay tungkol dun sa vaccine hesitancy dahil daw po maraming hindi nagpapabakuna kapag nalaman nilang Sinovac. Kailangan na daw po bang palitan yung inaangkat nating vaccine ng gobyerno? Pangalawa po, dun po sa pag-iikot ninyo, nakikita naman daw na may strict social distancing. Naka-adjust na daw po ang mga tao sa new normal po. And lastly po, marami naman daw pong ina-allocate na budget sa health facilities expansion program. Apparently, ang problema daw is with implementation. Ano daw pong gagawin ninyo if both of you po are elected? Thank you.
Alam mo is yung wala rin kasi dito sa sa polisiya ngayon yung tinatawag na adaptability at saka flexibility. Dapat flexible tayo saka madali tayong mag-adapt sa situation sa ground. So alam na nating mataas ang hesitancy pagdating sa isang particular na brand ng bakuna, ba't natin pinipilit pa rin mag-angkat ng ganong karaming brand ng bakuna? Di ba dapat mag-a-adapt tayo sa sitwasyon? Kasi kung napaka-stern mo, tapos alam mo nang nire-reject ang mababa yung acceptability, bakit ipipilit mo pa? So yun siguro dapat baguhin na policy. Maging flexible tayo, maging adaptable tayo sa sitwasyon.
It all boils down to information dissemination. Yun palagay ko ang kulang sa DOH.
And on HFEP po, Sir Ping and Tito Sen.
Ang HPEP hanggang ngayon patuloy naming sinasaliksik kung saan nanggaling yung naglalakihan by the hundreds of millions ang biglang sumulpot do sa kung madali naman yan ikukumpara mo lang yung National Expenditure Program, tinatawag na President's Budget, tapos yung tinransmit sa amin na General Appropriations Bill o yung tinatawag na House version. So doon makikita mo naman yung diferensya kung saan bubukol. At kung importante yung mga nawalan ng budget, kailangan ibalik natin doon.
At yan po, nagpapasalamat po tayo sa lahat ng nagtanong and we're happy to announce sa pagbigyan po natin lahat ng naitanong ng ating mga kaibigan sa media. So before we wrap up po, final message first from SP Soto. Tito Sen.
Kombinasyon ko na lang din yung binanggit yung kanina yan at saka yung closing statement. Siguro, doon sa paggastos, like yung HFEP na binanggit, I will not sign anything that will be detrimental to the public as far as the delivery ng basic services. So pag ang gastos talaga dapat, dalhin sa tao, bring the money to the people without putting any in your pocket or in your friends or other people's pockets. Yan ang kailangan namin. So nakabantay kami sa HF na at saka yung lahat pa ng mga ibang programa na nasasabi natin. So yun lang, maraming salamat. Perhaps I can impart also something that came up to me when out of reading many issues on politics. Ang sinasabi nila kasi, ang kailangan nating bantayan ay bukas. Yung darating na mga bukas natin sa Mayo ng 2022. Kasi ang bukas maraming ibig sabihin. Sa mga mahina ang loob, ang bukas hindi maabot. Sa mga matatakutin, ang bukas hindi alam. Sa matatapang, ang bukas pagkakataon. Ayun ang tingin namin ni Senator Lacson. Pagkakataon yung bukas. Thank you.
Thank you, SP. And Sir Ping, your final message, sir?
Alam mo, napakalaki ng role ng media sa pag-educate. Hindi naman kailangan sila mag-endorse o kaya magpahiwatig kung sino yung kanilang napupusuan o kung sino lang gusto nilang manalo. Pero napaka-importante talaga na ma-educate natin yung electorate na sa ganon, tumaya sila doon sa kinabukasan nila. Hindi doon sa panandalian kasi alam mo, tatanggap ka ng 1,000, 2,000, isang araw lang yun 2 araw. Nakatayati doon susunod na 6 na taon ng buhay ng bawat Pilipino. So, yun lang ang may pakiusap ko sa mga kaibigan natin sa media. Sana mag-ambag sila by educating our people in this regard.
Ayan po, maraming salamat po sa ating mga panauhin na sina Senator Ping Lacson at Senate President Tito Soto. This has been Meet the Press. Nagpapasalamat po tayo sa lahat ng nag-join po ngayong araw na ito. Manatili po tayong ligtas at malusog. Maraming salamat po and God bless po sa ating lahat. Goodbye!
Thank you.
Thank you po. Thank you.
Salamat
Thank
po.
you.
Po.
Salamat po.